Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cavecast. I am your host, Kyle, and as always, I am joined by Eric. Thought I'd just address you by your real name this week.
Nice.
Not Cody Cobra or anything like that.
Shitty Shelby.
Shitty Shelby. Punish me. Oh, Joe and Keith Santagato.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful people. So as you can see, things have changed drastically. And we are
so if we
excited.
are looking around weirdly, it's because our eyes are still wandering.
There's
or
so
we're
much,
not sure where put our hands.
There's so much to look at.
So,
the guillotine was a really nice addition.
I went to
as well as the puller.
No,
and,
I went to go look at the camera and I went to just go look over this way, but it's over this way.
Yeah, there's a whole new thing going on. It's quite a thing. So essentially what's been happening is that we weren't kidding from the last episode. We got soundproof foam up. We have an entire editing system now, and we have a whole new chapter of things to kick us off. And this is just something that we have been very passionate about for a long time. It's something that we really want to pursue, and something that we want to always have is a way to be able to create content like this and more things, as I've stated on the Copyright 425 channel, about, the St. Judas tapes and things like that. And I didn't exactly tell them what the new YouTube channel will be that will be promoted across these things, but you're involved with it, and there's something that will eventually come about. So there's basically, to be said, there's new content coming. There's going to be more consistent content coming, and it's going to be really awesome. So I am super excited about it, but instead of talking about being excited and with everything, I think it's just time that we jump in.
Man, these chairs really need a fucking
cup holder. Cup holder, yeah.
I know, first world problems, right?
So horrible. But yeah, my cup's on the floor too.
I gotta lean to the side.
And just so everyone is aware, Eric's anyone that's just a heary, that's not a viewee. Eric has a really, really nice chair, and we were sitting in it, and we were, taking turns doing some editing things, and we finally sat down for a reaction video. We reacted to Space Jam 2, so be prepared to see that.
Oh,
It'll be It'll be on the Copyright 425 channel, and it'll be something that you guys can check out and to see what our thoughts were. Did we like it? Did we not like it? Well, you'll just have to find the reaction and find out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in.
Number 10.
Let's jump into what this episode is about. Now, before we get into the actual specific things that we are going to dissect and look at and, think about and probably cringe in the process. What to you is from back in the day, if you remember that show, Guinness World Records, where they would actually have that, it was this really weird, circular room with chairs that, almost like a talk show kind of a thing that they had in the center of the room was where they would bring on the guests and they would, show their talent, and they would set records, or they would do different things, all that. That's where my mind goes when I think of, Guinness World Records, and when I think of even the really big books with the holographic,
that's what I think.
So, in your memory bank, what, if there's anything, was there anything gross that stood out to you that somebody did where they were just it's somebody got famous for this, or somebody did this?
Not really. I mean, it was always kind of between that and that Ripley's.
Oh, yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Used to wake up early on Saturdays to watch that when I was a kid. Dude, I love that show. It was so awesome.
Well, we visited the museum a couple times.
I don't remember that.
Oh, when we went to Florida.
I was really little, but I've seen the pictures, so I know for a fact that I was there. But yeah, I just I was.
Yeah, no,
I was totally enthralled with Ripley's and all that stuff. I loved seeing that stuff.
I don't really recall a specific gross thing, I guess.
Okay.
To be honest, from Guinness, but yeah.
The one thing that, now I don't know if it is on this list. I think I skimmed it earlier, but I don't remember if this particular thing was on there. But do you remember when people would grow their fingernails out for 30 years?
Yeah, well that's what I was gonna say. The one was the dude that had, and they were all curled up and stuff. So, but that was like, I know that was like a Guinness Book of World, but that was also like a Ripley's thing. That's what I immediately thought of was the Ripley's, not like the Guinness.
Right.
For some reason. So I thought more like weirder shit through like the Ripley's than I did more of like the Guinness.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, Ripley's also had everything from, my favorite thing about that show was the, can you spot the knot? Where it was like, you know, like they would bring you out 3 different clips or 3 different pictures, and it was the idea of can you figure out which one is not real?
Yeah.
And I remember a few times I was able to call it. I'd be like, yeah, no, there's no way in hell this thing is, you know, like a thing. And then other times you're like, whoa, what? That was the real one?
Yeah.
And then they start to explain, they're like, this one is the knot. This was created on, you know, yada, yada, yada. Some, like, it was like some picture that was taken on a movie set or something that was replicated to look like such or whatever. And it became, you know, notoriety for being a myth or, you know, something to that effect. So, yeah. So like, that's the stuff I've always enjoyed. I've grown up around. And I for some reason, like, Guinness World Records, like it kind of like has a weird fever dream thing for me where it's like it's so deep in my memory and so far back where like I can't even really remember if it happened. But yeah, it's weird.
No,
so
it happened.
I was like McGee and Me. When I finally saw McGee and Me again, I'm like, this was real. Oh my god, I remember that do like it was just like all that stuff. It just blew my mind. So, but. I don't know if these are necessarily in any particular order of any kind.
Probably not.
There are 10, and it just starts us out with number 1. So I assume that all of them will be gross in their own right.
Yeah.
So we'll start with one that is, if you remember anything from Guinness World Records, or if you've scoured the internet enough, you probably have seen somebody do this. Number 1 is the most milk squirted out of an eye.
Oh yeah.
Remember when people would do that shit? They put like the milk up their nose and they had like the tear duct thing to like squirt it.
How the fuck do you figure that out?
Could you be like the first guy that milked a cow? Like, for real, guys, come on. Like, we really need to think about this. I know people have talked about this, but this is something I think that needs reiterated. What was that guy doing to this cow the first time?
God told him to.
Well, at least he had some direction. So, but instead of just being like, I bet I can pull on that. Just, you know. Anyway.
What was that from City Slickers where he's like, Norman is my cow or Norman is my bull. You were tugging on his dick. I'm going to go wash up.
God, that was just with Curly and oh man, it just City Slickers is so underrated, dude. It's so good. No, but so basically what this says, it says in 2004, I'm probably going to, as always, butcher this this guy's name, so I apologize, but I'm going to try my best. In 2004, Turkish man Mehmet Yilmaz squirted milk from his eye into a coffee cup at a distance of 2 meters and 70 centimeters. Setting a bizarre new Guinness World Record, Mr. Yilmaz, 28, has mastered the discipline of eye squirting, sucking milk through the nose into the eye before squirting it out across the table.
That can't be good for you.
No, dude. Like, okay, think about this. What, like, when you leave a cup with a little bit of milk in it?
Yeah, does he have to like cry for like an hour afterwards?
Yeah, like you would. This is the weirdest way to even say
like,
this.
Or like do water and flush it out.
You would have to do a water chaser for your fucking ear duct, for your eye. Yeah, your eye duct. Like that's just, oh my God.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm sorry. Like I've had times like even like coffee, which is still cut in half, that only has like half dairy in it, still will smell and will just be like, you know, but this is going to be a gross episode, by the way. So if I'm probably going to put a gross warning at the beginning. Like it's fucking gross. Don't watch it if you're easily, you know, squeamish, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But
I get it, man. Like, okay. All right. Well, whatever.
Yes. 20 meters,
weird, dude.
Or no, sorry. 2 meters and 70, I almost said 20 meters and 7 centimeters. It was 2 meters and 70 centimeters. Setting a bizarre new Guinness World Record.
That's fucking crazy.
So, Mr. Yilmaz, congratulations. You have officially made it into the Guinness Book of World Records, according to this.
For milk squirting, for eye squirting.
Ooh, this is getting into a different realm of things. Okay.
What?
Number 2. By the way, this is all from OD.com, ODDEE.com. The link will be in the description if you guys would like to follow along to read everything and get your own take on it. But number 2, the world's largest tumor ever removed.
Oh my God. Okay.
In August 2010, doctors removed a tumor weighing nearly 4 stone, 24 kilos, or 56 pounds from a woman in Argentina. It had been growing inside her body for 18 months. The huge growth was taken out of the 54-year-old's womb during a 4-hour operation at a hospital near the capital in Buenos Aires. Again, butchered that. But the unnamed patient was discharged weighing just over 16 and a half stone, 5 stone, 16 and a half stone, 5 stone? Because that's a unit of measurement, 7 pounds less than when she was admitted. So she basically, it was this mass thing that they just took out of her body in her uterus. That's oh my God,
that's insane.
Could you imagine the relief after that? Like when you pop a zit or you get glass out of your wound, you're like, oh God, it's so much better. Like she felt that on a completely internal level.
Yeah. That's just probably sore, actually.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, afterwards, where you're just like, I can bend. It's like, oh my God, that's just, I can't even imagine. Man, it's ridiculous. 56 pounds. Fucking,
that's crazy.
Oh my God. Number 3, the most cockroaches eaten. Oh my God. If this is gross for you and you can't handle it, this is your time to get out. Because I have a feeling that we're about to go down a slippery slope. Hey, cheers it up.
Cheers.
Bang, boom. A retired rat catcher and part-time entertainer Ken Edwards.
Of course he was.
A retired rat catcher and part-time entertainer Ken Edwards of Glossop, Derbyshire, England, ate 36 cockroaches in 1 minute, setting the set of The Big Breakfast, quote unquote, on March 5th, 2001. Ken's 47 rats down the trouser trick caused such a stir that he became a celebrity overnight. His friends and family are now used to his freaky acts, and Ken says, if I were actually doing something normal, then they would react.
Dude, what?
That's like dirt. My grandfather had a friend named Dirt. It's just like that. He just seems like, dude, if you're going to eat that, okay, understand that a minute is not that long unless if you're planking.
Yeah.
This motherfucker ate 35 cockroaches in literally a minute.
So that's 2 a second.
You just just shoveling them in like chips and shit.
Probably like this big. Yeah, like potato chip size.
We've talked about BJ before, who's basically a mother figure to us. She's like a mom, 2.0. And she is one of the most gangster people I've ever met in my life. Bugs don't bother her. She's not scared of the dark. She's not she will walk outside in her robe to find the intruder and then beat their ass with a frying pan or like a spatula.
Her and Aunt Heidi.
Both of them. Yeah. And basically,
I'm trying to fucking slay.
I think that's actually something she has shouted before. But no, so I remember being over at her house one time, and basically what she said was, we were talking about Fear Factor. And basically what she said was that she was like, dude, well, she didn't say dude, this is the Kyle inspired version, but she said, heights doesn't bother me. Eating, horse ass or whatever. She's like, whatever. It turned out that she did have one bug she couldn't do.
Roaches?
The Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Oh,
there's so much fucking girth to them, and it's no joke. They fucking hiss.
Yeah,
it's like they're so oh God. She's like, no. She's like, get that shit away from me. She's like, I do not want anything to do with it. She's like, they are so fucking gross. She's like, it is just no. She's like, and you're eating it alive. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's just
it's a terrible way to go. It's terrible on both ends for everybody. But all right, well, cockroaches, 35.
Never
doing it. I'm never setting that record. So that record's safe.
Oh God,
the record's safe. For me, for me at least.
Fuck me. This just, I didn't realize this was on here. The heaviest weight lifted with tongue. Brighton Thomas Blackthorne has beaten his own Guinness records by lifting a big steel-framed Perspex box full of pasta with his tongue. The record attempt was in Rome on the show Circo Massimo, which is the reason for the pasta. The box weighed 12 kilos, which is actually 26 and a half pounds. And there's a picture of him.
Oh.
He has his tongue pierced. There is a loop through it, and
I'm aware.
Oh, God. I'm describing it for the hearers.
I had my tongue pierced. Actually, you know what's funny is I just took my last... I actually just took my last piercing out the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Just not feeling it anymore?
No. It was a part of my life for a while, and it got to be where I had already lost one, so I only had one left. I took my other nipple ring out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I mean, I still have my ears pierced, but I don't really consider those like a piercing.
It's such a normal thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I had my labret, my tongue, my eyebrow twice, my belly button, my nipples, my stuff. Like,
oh my God.
So like, I mean,
that's a no-fly zone.
But like, I mean, at one point in time in my life, I thought about splitting my tongue.
Oof.
And that being said, that's a very quick, like sharp object.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to say not in no pain, but like it's not like blunt.
Oh, geez.
I feel like picking something up.
Oh, yeah, it's rough.
And like
it's so rough,
that
dude.
Like tug, drag.
I don't even have the picture up on the screen anymore. I moved past it. Cause I'm just like, oh fuck.
That makes me really uncomfortable, and I'm fucking weird.
What's
like I know I'm weird in aspects like that. That's weird, dude. Like that's uncomfortable for me.
I mean, it's just like how, like you can't understand how like the physicality of that even works for it to remain that strong.
I don't know
it's
how
just like those guys that pull buses with their penises in like Japan or whatever.
I don't know
like,
how
dude,
like it didn't rip it out of his head. I thought it was only because I know it's only like 7 pounds of pressure or something like that it takes to like rip an ear off.
Right. Yeah.
And it's got to be around that kind of thing. It's like, dude, you got to be getting close to tearing that thing, back in your esophagus or something.
Yeah, that's just
fuck that,
God,
dude.
No.
Again, another safe one that'll never be broke by me, so we're good.
All right, what about
never do that one?
What about this next one? Number 5, the most cow brains eaten.
No, dude. No. I mean, again, I'm not gonna. Nope.
I'm 100% gonna butcher this, but famous Japanese competitive eater Takiro Kobayashi held the world record of hot dog eating for nearly 6 years. Excuse me, and holds several other eating records, while ranking 3rd in the world for competitive eating. That alone should give him a place in our list. But one of the most impressive records he holds has to do with cow brains. He ate 17.7 pounds of it in 15 minutes. 17.75 is too much. No, a pound is too much. Like this, any cow brains is too much.
Like,
oh God,
dude,
17.
He ate cow brain. That's dangerous, dude.
I think that it's similar to what Good Mythical Morning does, where they boil it for safety. They it gets all the bacteria and gets everything out of it. Or like I believe it is like prepared or like it's at least boiled. That way it's not unsafe to consume.
I didn't think it mattered. I thought it was kind of like salmonellas that even if you cook, as far as I know, even if you cook chicken with salmonella, it still gives you salmonella. It's in the chicken. It's not cooking it.
I always figured that it killed it.
I forget. I've always heard back and forth. So all you 5 people right now, let me know in the comments. I can't remember. I swear that's what I've heard before is that it's actually the chicken either has it or it doesn't.
Yeah,
one of those like how like you can eat like steak tartare like you can eat like it's just cooking it just kind of helps it.
Right. I'll tell you what, man. That's the one thing I really want to do soon is to eventually get some really good steaks and just just grill those suckers out.
Got it. We got a steak night coming, dude.
Oh, it'll be great.
We got a steak night coming.
This next one is kind of light, but in the same hand, I don't know what the parameters are on all these things. So this could be very, very impressive. This could be kind of like, whatever. I don't know. The loudest female burp. It's measured from a distance of 2.5 meters, which is 8 feet and 2 inches, and 1 meter, 3 feet 3 inches high, read at 104.75 decibels on a certified and calibrated Class 1 precision measuring noise level meter. And it was achieved by Jody Parks, USA, hell yeah, on the set of Lo Show de Record in Madrid, Spain. On 16th of I'm going into my accent. I can't get on 16th. No, I don't even know what fucking accent that is. On February 16th, 2008. Check out the video link. We can insert it from here. So
no shit, that's loud, dude.
You know what? Let's hear this burp. Let's see what this burp sounds like because it's a direct link to it. So wow, video is unavailable. So they must have gotten in some trouble or something. So all right, never mind. Oh, sad. But yeah, so the loudest female burp is 104 decibels, 104.75.
Maybe it was fake.
You think it was fake?
They took it down and they were like, no, fuck that bitch. No, I don't know.
I tell you what.
It might just be the link.
Okay. Here's something I will say. I have heard many men and women in my life release gas from their bodies in many different ways. And what I can tell you, I'm not going to reveal her name on here, but there is a female that I do know that has the manliest burp I've ever heard in my life, hands down. You do not know them. I can guarantee it.
I mean, that's fine, but I know a few.
I would be in the situation I was in when I would hear it, or if I was in the place, and it was like from like a distance. You would like amongst like all like the whirring noises, you would hear. Arr! It was like a distant that you're like, hello, like what's going on? Yeah. So it just
yeah.
So this, I tend to believe it. I tend to be like, all right, man. You know, it's cool.
I know.
It's kind of like, what else you got, man?
I know chicks that'll fart with the best of them too. Like, dude.
What was it? They always have those first fart cakes whenever you fart around your significant other for the first time, and you can celebrate that tension's now gone.
That's funny.
Oh, fuck. Okay. This next one, damn, this is going to be oh, man. Okay. Largest object removed from a human skull. In 1998, while he was at a friend's residence in Jacksonville, Florida, an unknown assailant stabbed Michael Hill in the head and left, presuming that his target would lay down and die like a normal human being. Instead, Michael wandered down the street to another friend's house to get help with an 8-inch survival knife still embedded in his gray matter. The odds-defying ball of bronze, Michael explained that he didn't feel the pain initially, and it was only when I was at the hospital that it hit me, and I felt like my eyes were bulging out. Hill's arrival and treatment at the Shands Jacksonville Trauma Center was documented and broadcasted on the TLC series Trauma: Life in the ER. Despite the large knife penetrating his brain, he was conscious and responsive and when he arrived at the hospital. 4 hours after he arrived, the knife was removed. Hill survived without even an infection and with 7 days was discharged from the hospital. Although the knife had caused permanent damage to his memory and paralyzed his left hand, he now has occasional headaches and needs medication to prevent seizures. He's now the proud holder of the Guinness World Record for largest object removed from the human skull.
Oh, good for fucking him.
Man. That's just, could you imagine that? Like, it's like you don't even understand or know that you're supposed to be dead. Like, you're just like, hey, man, I need help with something. like if Luke were to show up here with a knife in his head and just be like, hey, man, I'm like, are you okay? like how the fuck are you standing right now?
He is not okay.
I don't know.
Why would you fucking ask that?
Like, oh, my God. I remember there was actually a time in a horror movie that some girl got a machete to the face. And she turned around and it was like that whole like reveal thing of like the blood flowing. And the idiot looked at her and went, oh my God, look at your face. Like, she clearly is going to die. Like, there's like, yeah, she knows. Like, something's wrong. So, it's just like, or even there was a video of a guy that was on a motorcycle that went to go across a fucking highway intersection or something, and a truck just took him out. It didn't hurt him or kill him at all. He flew off of the bike, rolled on the ground a little bit, got up and went, I'm good. I'll just walk it off. It's okay. I'll just walk it off. Swear to God, like crazy shit has happened. Like the humans have survived where it's like, you should not be alive.
Fuck that.
Dude, oh man, it's, could you imagine? I'm like, okay, think about that for a second. You get stabbed in the head. And your first thought is the fact that you can even have thoughts is a fucking miracle. But
right.
Your first thought is, I have to go to my friend's house. Oh, thank God, it's right down the street.
Well, I mean, it was already going that way.
I'm just like, oh my God, fucking hell. 8-inch survival knife, just embedded into his brain. God, it's not even just his head. Like Mick Thompson from Slipknot got stabbed in the head and went to the hospital for it, but I don't think he got like, fucking deep stabbed. I think it was just kind of like a laceration or something.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong, but who knows? Oh my God. Number 8. Most maggots moved by mouth in 1 hour. Let the comments begin. Go ahead.
Nope, just want to hear the number.
You just want to hear the number?
Hear the number.
What are your thoughts? No. Okay. Charlie Bell,
1,234.
I don't know. Hold on. Charlie Bell, a former steelworker, smashed the world record for most amount of maggots moved by the mouth in 1 hour.
1 hour.
Oh, God. That's why I couldn't see the number. It's not numbers. It's all spelled out. Bell reportedly carried 2 square foot of live maggots in 1 hour from one container to another using only his mouth. The 35-year-old from Leighton, East London, admitted it was disgusting. No shit. There's a world record that exists of somebody moving maggots with, like, how does that make you feel? How's like that? How like what goes through your mind when you hear that?
Why is that a thing?
Yep.
Like, why? Why is he in a Guinness Book of World? They should be like, no, dude, because nobody does that.
No.
I could make up a world record right now. I could pick up the most amount of pennies with my toes.
Right. Hey, maybe you should. Seriously, maybe you should. That would get you in the Guinness Book of World Records, and I believe you even get paid for it too.
Yeah, it's like $500,000 or some shit.
That would fix all my problems.
Fix all my problems.
How many pennies do I got to move?
Like, I'm just saying, dude. Like these should be like real things that people. I mean, I know it's a real thing, but come on, dude, maggots. All right, well then, I'm gonna move. I don't know, an entire gallon of hot dogs. Not gallon, but like, I don't know, something ridiculous.
Don't make claims you can't keep. This is the internet.
A gallon's not that many. I was just saying, like, okay, well, I'm going to do that with hot dogs instead. Okay, well, yeah, pay me, you fucking dumb idiots. Like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Now, kicking a ball, like, that's a thing. That's a talent. That's a fucking...
Like, if you kick it 3 football fields, you've hit the Guinness Book of World Records.
Right, here, pay, you're paid.
No, I think, like, there are some, like...
Not how many fucking maggots can you move with your mouth?
Like, you're not even, like, and I don't want anybody to do this, but it's like, you're not even eating them. Like, it's not even like an eating, like, gross, like, eating thing. Like, and think about this. What the hell are those maggots got to go through? They're just minding their own business.
Fuck that, dude. I don't care about what the maggots go through. They got to do that shit. But, like, no, like, I don't know. That's just like, I don't know. How many bananas can I punch in 5 minutes? Like, I don't know. I can set the world record for that.
We can make it happen.
Right. Like a fucking dumb. So,
Well,
all right, anyways.
it's about to get worse.
Oh, God.
Number 9.
Somebody fucking, I don't know. How many snakes did somebody move with their butt cheeks?
Okay, hold on. So, do you think that somebody maybe have tried that?
I don't know.
Here's something interesting. You thought of that, which means that there is a statistical chance that someone else in the history of 7
Bet
billion.
you it's only one. I bet you it's only one. snake.
7 billion people are alive on this planet right now. Even more have lived since the beginning of time, regardless of what scale you use. You're telling me that nobody at one point looked at a snake and went, I think I could squeeze hard enough.
That's what I said. Probably one. Probably got one.
I would think that I think 10 is a solid thing.
Nah, man,
10,
you're not
10.
getting past one.
In the entirety of the human existence,
Yeah.
I would say that. Even cavemen.
Nope. One.
Oh yeah. Snake button. Just like something like that.
Fuck yeah.
Oh god. That's all I'm saying is that if you can think it, somebody probably has done it, which is good and bad. Like you know,
Dude,
somebody that came up with like Oreo, like, you know, Oreo milkshakes. You know, it just took one guy to finally, you know, fucking make an Oreo milkshake.
No, that was just one stoner that went, watch this, dude. I'm going to throw this in my flurry. That's all that happened. No, like, it's got to be a real thing.
Well,
Like, I swear, and that's not a real thing.
apparently to Guinness, it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be a lot of
man,
something
that's
that
cheap.
nobody else can achieve.
No wonder we're $7 trillion in debt. They're giving away fucking money for dumb shit.
I still stand
Anyways.
I still stand by what George Carlin said about how to balance the budget. Yeah, so you should look it up. It's great. George Carlin is a prophet amongst us.
Yeah.
Or he was. He's dead now.
Well,
More than likely roasting in the deep pits of hell.
you never know.
George Carlin. Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. I rest my case. 9. Number 9. Most spiders on a body for 30 seconds. Tim Buchanan.
How does that make you feel right now?
An Australian kid claimed the world record for having the most spiders on his body for 30 seconds. He had 125 golden orb spiders on his body for a total of 55 seconds. Golden orb spiders are not poisonous, according to Buchanan, but they do bite and can make your body swell up. Check out the video link. We can insert it from here. So if somebody has a source and whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, and this kid, like, he almost looks like how Devin did when he was a kid. He's got that shorter, like, you know, it's kind of bowl hair, like he's just like, you know, that smaller kind of kid. And he's just laying there in this plexiglass thing, just like, oh, yep, I'm just covered in spiders. It's all good. And he's got his shirt off too. Like, dude, no, that is there is so much wrong with that.
Better wrap me like a mummy.
For real, I better not even know. Like I better be in pasta sauce or spiders and not know the difference. Like, it's just like that's the amount of sensory deprivation I want to have happen in that
Wrap
moment.
me in saran wrap.
I can't do it, man. Like, I don't necessarily.
I bet
have
that's a fucking Guinness World Record. How many saran wraps can you get on my arm, Kyle?
60. After that, your arm falls off due to lack of blood flow.
Yeah.
Like, just
we beat
God.
the system.
I don't know. Like, there's this idea of just
Can't wait
weight
for
factor.
number 10.
Just wait. It's not. It's kind of anticlimactic, but I mean, it's still fucking gross. But no. Like, there's this idea that it's like, even like whenever like you have been outside, you've been eaten up by mosquitoes or something, and then later on when you fucking like get yourself away from that, you still feel like they're all over you. Like, this is something that's like, this kid, there's no way in hell this kid relaxed after this. There's no way.
Sure he did.
No way. No,
On
no.
the way to the bank.
No way. Actually, no, he would have had a Macaulay Culkin complex. His parents took all of his money. That's probably what would have happened.
I'd have fucking roundhouse both of them.
I think Macaulay Culkin was actually the very first kid to ever do that in Hollywood. He was the first one that filed.
Roundhouse his parents?
No, he filed a civil suit that basically said that they couldn't get to his money. He probably should have.
Yeah, I remember
That
that.
and John Benet Ramsey's parents.
Yeah, but that's...
That's where I wanted my Kermit moment of just like, yeah, but that's none of my business.
Well then.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10. Number 10, the most feet sniffed.
See what the motherfuck I mean, dude?
Madeline Albrecht of Cincinnati, Ohio. Fuck me. She's from Ohio. She's from Cincinnati. Okay, all right. We'll go with this unbiased. Cincinnati, Ohio knew she was set for greatness when she was hired by the Hilltop Research Laboratories for testing. A testing lab for Dr. Scholes. Her job was to sniff feet and armpits, which she did for a smelly 15 years.
So that was like her job, though.
During her aromatic career, Madeline Albrecht sniffed an estimated 5,600 feet and an unknown amount of armpits. And that, our friends, is the stinking truth.
Well, dude, think about it. Like, there are jobs out there like that. Like you really do have to. Like, think about it.
Oh, yeah, but
think about certain things right now. People have to test adult diapers. People have to make vibrators and dildos. People have to make sex dolls. People have to make, condoms. People make, like all of these things.
Yeah.
That we just use and then we find like embarrassing to go purchase. First of all, could give two shits. If I got the shits, I'm buying Pepto. Don't give a
without
fuck.
a doubt.
Don't give a fuck if you know that I got the shits. If for some weird reason I'm using, never mind. When you go buy condoms, I never understood why somebody thought that was embarrassing. Everybody knows you're getting ready to fuck, dude. So I'm getting laid. You're not. Actually, you take my $4.
The first condom that I ever had in my possession, a friend of mine got for me. It was
you were embarrassed to buy it.
Well, no, because I didn't even know he was doing it.
Oh,
he just showed up to my house. He's like, "Hey man, here you go." And I was like, "Oh, fuck you, thank you." And like, it was great.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, it was great. But it's basically saying I just didn't buy my first one.
No, but it just that's the thing is all of these things that people find like embarrassing or like whatever, people still like they have to make them, and people still have to do these things where you have to have sniffers and tasters and it's makers and all these things. So yeah,
I've never understood, like, especially like one of the biggest ones is when you buy tampons or pads for your significant other. Like, I don't understand why that was ever like a thing where guys were like, "Oh God, I don't want to do that." Like, because I remember we've talked about Mamaw and Papaw before on the podcast, and I remember that being like a big deal to a lot of men that I knew. And I remember Mom one time, she's like, a Papaw goes down and buys Mamaw whatever she needs. Mm-hmm. He didn't care. He was just like he's like, yeah, I'll go get you your pads. Like, I've done it. Like, I mean, it's not. I don't understand where the stigma came from.
I think if you're like a teenager that has like a girlfriend, it's probably a lot different as far as like that, I guess, embarrassing or like weird thing. Again, I can give two shits. One of two things is happening again. Clerk, no matter guy or girl, knows I got a chick that, well, she's clearly not pregnant. So
right. We're doing something right in the process of like being a teenager and doing things right.
More so, she's taking birth control. But anyways,
you just created a situation. Like, well, she was on birth control in this,
but no, you're absolutely right. Like that like embarrassment, but I guess that's a legit world record for me because not only that was her job,
right,
but that's a real thing. She had to make sure, okay, these fucking work.
Now, let me tell you something that I have come back to, especially when you were like, there's people that have to test this, and like she's one of them. I remember I was at a very low point in my life. This was many, many years ago, and very high compared to the things I've experienced since then. But like at that point, I thought I was in a low point, and somehow I got to see this picture that was on, I think it was on Facebook, and it was an anal thermometer.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it said was, whenever you're feeling sorry for yourself, whenever you are feeling like that you have not achieved anything, when you feel like that there is just no hope for your future of any kind, I want you to do me a favor. Go to your local drugstore and go buy a disposable anal thermometer. When you do, then take that thermometer with a, I don't know, if you want to spend a weekend at the motel you're about to go to, you can go ahead and do it. But then find somewhere that's resort, that you can be alone. Go to a motel, shut all your blinds, leave only one light on, sit next to that light, and read the back of the label in solitude. It says something to the effect of, this thermometer has been tested and has been approved by, whatever association that it will work. There are people that their job is to shove rectal thermometers up their ass to be sure that they're getting the readings that are necessary to make everything happen. To which it said, things could be a lot worse. Enjoy your motel. It was like, that's something that so it's just, dude, like that's funny. It's legit. I mean, like, but think about that. It's like they have to test it. They have to do like, I mean, who knows? Maybe they just stick it in some meat or something and then it does like what it's supposed to. I don't know. Maybe there aren't like,
right.
But the point was that it's like, that it implies the fact that it could be a lot worse. Like if it is a real thing, like it's just,
I mean, I'll tell you what, man, as far as world records go, there's a lot of stupid ones. There's a lot of cool ones. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of weird ones. But I understand that being weird is kind of what differentiates all of us, from like, personality. But sometimes it just makes me wonder, like, what goes through people's minds. And like I said, like, I'm weird. I'm really weird. But, dude, I've never been like, let me move all these maggots with my mouth.
Well,
I'm gonna be in the Guinness World Records. Like, who does that?
Here's what I find is that everybody has their limits. Everybody has the thing that they won't do or the things that they're not about. And I've talked about it more than I want to, but Onision is one of the most just deplorable people I've ever had the unpleasure of just seeing, period. And there was a situation that Mr. Repsian, as I had the table, Mr. Repsian had some really screwed up things that were being done to him as far as like people were posting or trying to like, post stuff on the internet of some things to just embarrass him, to make him feel horrible and all this stuff. And they sent it to Onision for him to exploit and make a video about.
Oh.
Onision, who again is one of the most fucked up individuals I've just ever had the of knowing from a a video standpoint of just like that alone. Like I just despise everything he does. Even he sent Mr. Repsian an email and said, "Look, man, this was sent to me. They wanted me to make a video. I'm not fucking doing this. I'm low, but I'm not that fucking low." And he basically said, just so you are aware, here's the link. This is where it came from. This is what's going on. Now,
oh shit.
Now, there could have been some selfishness behind there because maybe he was trying to earn Repsian's trust. I mean, who knows? Who knows what was going on?
Right.
But Onision did not make a video about that. He didn't do anything to exploit the stuff that was sent to him. It's not to go too much into it, but essentially it was a picture of Mr. Repsian's dead grandfather.
Oh,
and I don't know how the picture even exists or whatever, like, or the situation it was even in. It's been a while since I've seen the video, but it was some people that Mr. Repsian knew personally. That essentially, I mean, it's all online. This is not like it's in his videos. You can find all this stuff. He talks about it. But he basically was saying that he's like, even Onision didn't even fucking do this. And, and the video was directed to the person that was attempting it. And it was basically saying like, thank you. You did hurt me. You hurt me a lot with the situation of what you did. But even Onision, who was hated on this platform, was like, that's messed up. I'm not doing that. Like everybody has their limit. Everybody has, their line that they won't cross. It's like it's interesting to see when, like when you see somebody like Howard Stern, like, like there's things like, there's very little that man won't do or like say like on his show or anything like that. But like you realize like when you see him on America's Got Talent, like he's one of the best judges that's ever been on that show. He's phenomenal. Like
he really is. You expect him to be this like crude pervert, and he's not.
Like he is for his show, but in the same hand, it's like as a person.
But that's his show,
right? It's and it's. Dude, I love that stuff. I love seeing when people are
like
normal.
me and you,
you know?
yeah, well, right. Like me and you can be crude on this show. It's the show. Now, if you were asked to be like on, I don't know, fucking American Idol or something. Yeah, something of that effect. Of course, you're not gonna. I would hope, but like you're not gonna be like that again. You're being paid for a job for being, kind of you. That's the thing I've always thought of too. Is that I always thought Howard Stern got a bad rap because of that, because he was just crude. But I was like, it's his show,
right? Pull the mic a little close to you. You were a little off.
No,
you were good. You were getting into it. I didn't want to stop you, but
yeah, it's his show, man. And that's the thing, is that I know everybody has their limits and everybody has like their thing, but I feel like these Guinness World Records are a little ridiculous. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt like the LA Beast one with the Legos was kind of bullshit too.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I feel like, okay.
And by the way, we love LA Beast. We watch his videos all the time. Like,
like
it's
Beast. If for any reason you ever fucking see this, I don't know,
right,
off chance, but I don't mean to shit on you by any means. I just mean that a Guinness world record like that's not talent. Yeah, you can withstand the pain.
I think that, I guess it's just there's a sense of, maybe not, it's not so much a talent, but it's more so the idea of like the sense of endurance. And there's like the sense of like, the idea of like, how many can you handle? It's like, no, I can keep going. I can keep doing this. Like
I get it, but
I don't know. I mean, again,
maybe it should have been one of those, how many of them could he put together in, 30
right.
minutes?
It's not just, you're not just walking like a normal human being can do.
Right.
But in the same hand too, is that I don't fucking walk on Legos. I put on my shoes when I fucking walk out. Like,
I know.
On normal concrete.
I get that. It's just, that's what I mean as far as like that whole like talent aspect, is that, well, fuck you. Like I'll walk over twice as many Legos than you. Like, like anybody can technically do things like that. I could probably eventually move 2.5 square feet of maggots with my mouth. I just gotta want to fucking do it.
Right.
I don't want to do it. So that's where I'm at with it. When it comes to this whole like, I don't know, like how many bowling balls can you juggle or something? Okay, well that's talent.
If anybody can figure that out and actually do it, I would love to see it. Send it to us.
That's a totally different aspect of like a world record to me.
Right.
Twista held the world record for, like, I'm pretty sure he got beat, but I think he like came back again or whatever. But for the fastest rapper in the world.
Didn't Eminem take it over for Rap God? Was that?
He did.
Or was no, that was words per minute, or it was like how many?
No, he had the Guinness World Record too, but like
not diminishing Twista by any means.
No, but like Twista had it first, I'm pretty sure. Then somebody took it, then he did it again, and then yes, I'm pretty sure Eminem, I think, took that.
Yeah,
but it was how many syllables they could say, like,
okay,
and like that you could hear,
right.
You could actually put together, and like, okay, that's talent. I can't do that. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. I understand that's repetition and practice, but that's the thing, is that's a talent. They practiced and mastered that like craft.
It doesn't matter the road that you took to learn your talent. If you can do it and you can pull it off well, it's a talent.
Right.
That's why
I guess so. You could argue the whole fact of the maggot transferring. It's just that everybody on here knows what I mean.
I think that it's, when I look at that, I look at more the mental toll that takes, where it's like you are forcing your body to do something that is so disgusting that is just like, it's just like, oh my God, like you're pushing through. But
I guess,
do I think that that's talent? No. I don't look at that. Like, I don't look up people that, do stuff like that. I look up more like, oh my God, this guy, what was it? I don't know if it was real or not, but it was the fantasy football league thing where like they throw a football and the guy punches through the drywall and catches it and stuff, and does like cool shit like that. Like that stuff's cool.
It's all
like,
fake, but yeah.
Oh, right. But it's like, you see these ridiculous things like that guy that is on Vine, or was on Vine, is now on TikTok. I've got skills. And he, like,
oh
shit.
yeah.
I love whenever he impresses himself with his videos. Like where like it was something to this effect, but he had a cigarette in his mouth and spit it up in the air and it flipped and landed in his ear properly and looked at the camera and went, "What are you gonna do about it?" And just like laughed. Like he was just so like that to me, that's a talent. He has worked on the trajectory. He's worked on like how to throw things,
balance on those cigarettes, and
kind of like that clip from or the scene from Scott Pilgrim versus the World where Michael Cera's throwing that bottle behind or throwing the package behind him to make it into the one thing I showed you where it was like 300 takes or whatever it was where he was throwing it behind him.
Oh yeah.
It's that type of thing where now was that a talent? No, that was just him.
Just got it once.
But I've got skills guy has been doing this for years and he keeps nailing trick shots like it's stupid. Like he threw a football over a house and it landed through a basketball hoop. Like that's just it's ridiculous.
I've seen those trick shotters too.
But no, I think that there is a lack of talent that is in these aspects of things. They're just gross. It's like the fact that someone can do it, but I mean,
it's just a shock thing.
It is, but I mean, in the same hand, it is a record. It's been set. Nobody's broken it, But I mean, is it necessary to be in there? No. Like if I'm
going to go kick 4 square feet of mud with my feet under the driveway and call Guinness, like,
hey, you know what? But if it's going to be that, wide and broad, then maybe they should accept it, and that's how it should be.
I guess.
But nevertheless, guys, this has been the first
short one. It was a short one.
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Just kind of get our feet wet about things. But this is the first time you guys are going to be seeing this, and it's going to be consistent, and it's going to be awesome. All of the all the Hearies, the soundproof panels and stuff are up, and we've got a really wicked setup in here, and it's really really awesome. Nothing has to be torn down. It's all just ready anytime that we want to do something. So I think that's going to make it a lot easier to keep up to date on things. If we're like, dude, like we got a podcast about this tonight, or like we should do this tonight, or like whatever. So it's cool. So, but nevertheless, thank you all for checking us out.
Definitely.
If you've enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss an upload, as well as subscribe to KyleWright425 and hit the notification bell on there as well. And once Eric gets his stuff all figured out, we'll be sure we put the links in this as well, which will, if you're watching this in the future and you watch this now, you'll be able to see those plugs to be able to find it. So, so we'll do all that. But either way, we thank you all and enjoy yourselves. And remember,
don't do dumb Guinness World Records. If I see you in the fucking Guinness World Record for doing dumb shit, I will find you because I'll be able to find your personal information. It's the internet, guys. I will find it. Give me like 2 weeks.
He'll come to your house and point at you.
And I'll slap the milk or whatever beverage is out of your hand and just be like, fucking dumb. And then walk off. You'll know. You'll know what it's for. I'll walk into your $500,000 home from the check you got from Guinness or whatever the check is for. But you'll get it. So fucking remember
you'll be
that.
the next Lieutenant Lick Me, and you're going to start punishing people that are deserving of it for the Guinness World Records.
Real talent. Anyways. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Adios.